So guys, welcome to another gardening video on my channel. Today we're going to be talking about everything you need to know about container gardening. You're going to talk about how to get started, the different types of containers, and then the crops that grow well in those containers as well. I hope it's helpful. I hope you learned something. Let's do what I gotta do. So first we have the traditional pots. And the traditional pots for me is one of my favorite because it's easy to start. It's so easy to just get started with this. You can also move it around to also the most desirable spot that you want. If, let's say, for example, you put it in a spot that's too shady, now you can easily just move the pot around to a more sunny area. I also really like the pots because you can easily track the progress of your seedlings. So obviously here you can see we have different types of pots, and the different pots, they can serve different crops as well. So the plastic, the plastic, for me, I like the plastic. Why I like the plastic? It's versatile because it can handle a lot of the crops, and also it's lightweight, so you can carry it without too much struggle. This one, what I like also, talking about the versatility, is that you can grow a lot of crops in here. So you can grow tomatoes, you can grow peppers, you can grow the leafy greens, you can grow herbs such as basil and mint. And also obviously growing mint in pots is really great because mint can overtake the garden. So having it in a pot at least controls it. Then we move to terracotta. So terracotta, this is good for air circulation, and it also prevents overwatering. Also good for herbs and also succulents, right? So for this one, you can put in, for the herbs, you can put in basil, thyme, rosemary. Then the succulents, aloe vera, the snake plants. Then we have ceramic. So ceramic is good for retaining moisture, and this one's good for the flowers. So we'll have the begonias and also African violets. Yeah, also getting started with these is very easy. The easiest way to just get started: put some soil in these. Obviously with these you would need a lot more soil. Put some compost if you want to add some natural fertilizer to it, and plant your crops, and there you go, you have your garden. So then we have hanging baskets. So hanging baskets would be very good when you don't have a lot of space that you now want to grow vertically. And also it's great for strawberries. So this one, you can grow strawberries because just like this one, they can hang. The strawberries can just hang, and then you can come and pick out the strawberries. They're also good for thyme, also do well with flowers. So the begonias and the petunias, so you can also have that. Now, how do you get started with these? These ones also simple. Container, just add some soil, some potting mix, and then add your favorite crop, and you're good to go as well. Moving along, we have window boxes, and this is very similar to a window box. So you just put it below the sill of a window, and this is great because if you have like a balcony, then you don't even need to use the balcony. It literally sits outside of the balcony, and you can add some nice flowers. You can add some veggies to this. You can add some herbs. So the flowers that do well with this: petunias, begonias, geraniums. The veggies that do well with this are lettuce, radish, and spinach. And then the herbs, we have mint, thyme, parsley, basil, even the regulars. So how do you get started? Put some soil, potting mix, compost to the top, and then fill it with your seeds. Or your seedlings, and you're good to go. So then next one we have is raised beds. So basically raised beds, just like how the name says, it just imagine this being raised just above by soil, right? So just it being raised with soil, and then having wooden planks. What I love about raised beds is that you can grow anything and anything, just obviously dependent on the weather and what season you are in. Another thing that's really nice about raised beds is the weed control. So since it's covered basically with a lot of soil, this would deter a lot of the weeds. It just gets rid of all of the weeds. Also with watering, it also has a nice drainage in terms of watering. So it's really a great option if you have a lot of space. If you struggle with maybe bending over, it allows for a lot of ease of access because you don't have to bend down as much as you would with this gardening. So how do you get started with raised beds? So raised beds, you know, I would say you have to obviously have your planks, get your planks, and basically have a boundary like this. Have your boundary, and then obviously in the middle, I would even just start with, if you want to kill off weeds, start with some cardboard. Put some cardboard down and then fill those squares of planks with cardboard, and then just mount with a lot of soil. Mount with soil, mount with compost, mount until it gets to the level of your planks, and then you can start planting. I thought I would give you a little description of that because it's a little bit more complex as compared to the part. So I would like to take a minute, just a little pause in the middle of the video to give a shout out, a big shout out to two of my first ever members of the channel. So Kelibuhilo Makonyani and Pumla Mbiza. Thank you for being my first ever members of the channel. If you want to be a member and also get your shout outs, the link will be in the description. Do what it got to do. Then next we have grow bags. So these grow bags are basically, if you can just picture plastic bags, but obviously made out of better material. Yeah, and then basically you just put soil in there, a lot of soil, and you just basically grow in those grow bags, right? So these are good for the root crops. So you would have potatoes, radish, carrots, root crops, because now there's a lot more depth, because they really like a lot of soil and lots of soft soil. So they'll do really well in these containers. Now I'm gonna talk about the vertical garden, right? So now vertical gardens, similar to this, right? You grow it up, and this is perfect when you don't have a lot of space and you're just growing it up on walls, right? So here, if we wanted to have a vertical garden here, we could literally just put maybe pots in here, or you can get obviously the commercial ones that have already them installed. And also there's the ones as well where they are kind of like triangular and they just grow up like this. Yeah, so those are great for when you don't have a lot of space and you can grow a number of crops in here. So here obviously in these vertical gardens, the ones that do really well are the ones that crawl up, right? So you would have your peas, you would have your strawberries, you would have beans, and also you would have tomatoes and cucumber. These are really great for ease of access. You can literally just come and pick, right? And also for irrigation, because most of these wall mounted containers, they already have an installed irrigation, so it's already great for the watering as well. Then next we have recycled containers. So if you look here, right, this was actually a drawer, right? One of these plastic drawers that you have. Now we've converted it into keeping some of these flowers that we have here. So recycled containers, great to have. Definitely it reduces the waste. You know, these things you would probably just throw away and not even think about them. So now it reduces the waste. So other containers include old tires, plastic bottles, yeah, just anything that can be really just recycled and used back. What I would recommend with these ones is that just make sure that you cut holes underneath so that there is some sort of drainage, because with these ones usually you wouldn't have any drainage, it would just be a flat surface. So make sure that you cut some holes so that there is some drainage with the pots. Last but not least, we have self-watering containers. So these can be commercially bought. These ones basically, they have their own irrigation system, and they also they are just similar to the other ones. They are also wall mounted, they are vertical, so they don't take up too much space as well. The good thing about these ones is that, again, the irrigation is self-handled, so you don't have to do anything really. And here also you can really grow the hanging vegetables, so your strawberries, your mint, your beans. Yeah guys, so as an update, a nice update, I recently got monetized, and also I'm part of the YouTube partner program. So I'm really happy about this, really happy, and it's something that it was one of my goals for this channel. Now I have memberships, I also have super thanks, I have super likes, I have all these things, I have, super whatever, I have all these super things. So if you want to donate, contribute to the channel, please do, it will help a lot. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you, and onwards and upwards. I hope you enjoyed the video, I hope it was helpful, I hope you got something out of it. It's cold. Yeah, so I'll see you in my next video. Hopefully the weather shines brighter. So yeah, I'll see you in my next video. See you next Sunday. Love, peace, grow every day.